Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'choleinu v'chol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rab HaYisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rab HaYisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'choleinu v'chol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rab HaYisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rab HaYisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecho hashalom, ki ata hu melech adom. Lecho hashalom, shalom rav Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom rav Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. B'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol.
Everybody,
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
welcome to our fourth grade Door Lador Shabbat.
Yeah, can
Very
we open
excited.
up with Shalom Aleichem as we welcome each and every one of you to our Shabbat service this evening? As our fourth graders, were going to help us lead our Shabbat evening service. But we'll start off in our booklet. Does everyone have a booklet with them? It's called Lador Vador, or it should be called Cake Pop Lador Vador, right?
That's right.
So we're on the first page, Shalom Aleichem, the inside cover. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we continue with Psalm 95, the Chunaranana. Please join with me. Let's have a boisterous Kabbalat Shabbat. Everyone join in, please. Lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai, lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai. Naria, 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 litzur yishenu, lekadma panav betodah. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, bizmiro naria lo. Lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai. Lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai. Come on, fourth graders, let's hear it. Lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai. Lechuneranina, lechuneranina, lechuneranina ladonai. Donovan is an honorary fourth grader, right? If he was sixth grade, Lador, he would be a sixth grade honor. Yes, yes. Whatever grade it is, he's in there, right? Arba'im shana kuvedor va'omar am to'ele bavhem vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishpati v'yapi im yavon el menuchati. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, we sing a new song to God. You guys repeat after me, fourth graders, and everybody else you know this or familiar with it. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru shir chadash, Shiru shir, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruch hu shemo. Basru miyom neyom Yeshuato, Shiru l'Adonai baruch hu shemo, Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. And the end of that psalm, Yismuchu hashamayim, let the heavens be glad, let the earth and all it contains roar in praise. Let's hear some good roaring in our services tonight. Here we go. Yismechu hashamayim, hasham. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, b'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, me'umelo, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, me'umelo, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, b'tagel haaretz. Livnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot teva b'tzedek, b'amim b'emunato. And we get to Psalm 99. I'll welcome our fourth graders up here to help us with Romamu. Come on, all our fourth graders. Look how many fourth graders we have. That's amazing. Okay. Awesome. All right. There is. All right, all right, here we go, guys. Romamu. 1, 2, here we go. Romamu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romamu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Ki Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Please have a seat, fourth graders. They'll be up here for Lachado D. But now we're on page 2 for Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod pa'oz, Havul Adonai kivod shemo, Hishtakavu Adonai behadvat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hagavod irim, Adonai hamayim rabim, Kol Adonai b'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover al azim, Vayshaber Adonai et hazei havanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel Lebanon veSirion kemo vein re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzev lamotesh, Kol Adonai yachil bidbar, yachil Adonai bidbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel hayalot, vayechesov ye'arot, uvehichalo kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamavu yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. We welcome the fourth graders again up here to help us as we welcome the Sabbath bride, Lachado D, on page 3. Lecha Lachado D, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Lachado D, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha Lachado D, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Lachado D, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'liti la lechado di, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lechado di, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor ha'beracha, merosh mikedem nesucha. So ma'aseh b'machshavat techila lechado di, Likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lechado di, Likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech, ir melucha, kumitzei mitoch aftecha, Rav lach shevet be'emek habacha, behu yachamo alai kemala. Come on, fourth grade, Ladodi. Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lechado di, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tiferotzi, ve'et Adonai ta'aritzi, ayadish bein partzi, v'ni ismecha v'nagila lechado di, Likra kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lechado di, likra kala, B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom atere ba'ala, Gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, Tokemune am segula, Boi chala, Boi chala. Lecha dodi, likra kala, B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated. Continue with Psalm 92 on the top of page 4. Tov, tov, tov lehodot, tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer, ulezamer, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov, tov, tov lehodot, tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer, ulezamer. ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. טוב, טוב, טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר, ולזמר, ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב, טוב, טוב להודות, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר, ולזמר, ולזמר לשמך עליון. At the end we sing Tzadik Hatamar. Yalalai, 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 Tzadik, Tzadik Katamar Yifrach, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, אור ינבון בסבע, דשנים ורננים נהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה בו. יללי, 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 יללי.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Last Friday night, where were you guys? Where were you? Anybody remember where you were last Friday? I remember where I was last Friday night. I was in Jerusalem, and I was welcoming Shabbat at the Kotel with Barbara, our president. So I don't go anywhere without our president. And so we had a chance to sing the beautiful melodies of Shabbat. And I don't know if how many of you have ever been in Jerusalem on Shabbat? Raise your hands. How many of you have ever been to the Kotel on Shabbat? Raise your hands. So those of you who haven't, you're really missing something. And those of you who have, you know what I'm talking about. There are so many different groups singing. And my favorite is when people start singing L'Hadodi, or when there are different melodies. Many different ways to sing it. And it was packed. It was so full. It was great because over the last few months, it hasn't always been full there. It hasn't been so packed. And so it was wonderful to be able to welcome Shabbat in Jerusalem last Friday night. And then we spent Shabbat together, and on Sunday, I'll tell you a little bit more about it later, but on Sunday we went down south to the Negev, to the area of the Negev, to see what had happened on October 7th. And so right now is this time that we take between Kabbalat Shabbat and the Ma'ariv service to think about where we were and what we did this week. What happened? Anything special happened? Maybe something to be thankful for. Maybe you had a chance to share a special moment. And if we don't think about it, it just goes away. So this is our chance to hold on to things that are precious. Let us each now take these our moments to either remember or to reflect, to meditate or to pray as we take these individual moments for our individual thoughts and prayers, regardless of how old you may be. That's one of the special things about being here. We're together as a community, but each of us has different thoughts, hopes, prayers, and dreams. Now's our time for us to express them to ourselves and to God.
Refi begion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri begoali Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri begoali.
We invite our fourth grade class to come up now to help to lead us in the Baruch Hu, as we invite everyone to please rise. We're on the bottom of page 4. We'll face towards the ark.
We face this way, guys.
Face towards the ark, guys. Very good. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch hamvorach leolam. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam vaed. You guys stay here, but turn around. Okay.
May be seated.
Okay, you got.
At the bottom of page 4, the evening prayer. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, who brings on the evening light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah potech sha'arim, ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיר בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
We all have different kinds of emotions. Everybody know what an emotion is? An emotion is a feeling. So what are some of the kind of feelings? What feelings are there that we might have? We might feel, what do you think? Happy is a good feeling. Another kind of feeling. Sad is a feeling. All right, we got 2. What else is there? Excitement. Excitement is, wow, these are great. What are you thinking? Calm. Okay, good.
I like that.
Nervous, yeah. You can feel mad, yeah. Energetic. All of these, some of these are feelings, some of them are emotions. Anybody else have any thoughts? Yeah. Tired. You tired right now? I just flew in from Israel, and boy, are my arms tired. That's okay, what do you think? Exhausted more than tired. Okay, been a tough week. Okay.
Yeah.
Peaceful. Okay. Wow. This is great. What do you think, boy? Grateful. All of these are emotions that we feel, and some of them are tied up with, feeling grateful, feeling happy, sad, excitement. So they're positive ones, and then I hear some of the negative ones, like being sad or angry or things like that. So one of the positive emotions, I'm surprised nobody mentioned it, is ahava, love. And so our next prayer is a prayer that talks about love, ahava. It talks about ahavat olam, an eternal love, a love that's always everlasting. Anybody want to guess what that everlasting love that's eternal all the time, what are you thinking? God's love for the Jewish people and our love for God. So we're on the top of page 5, and let's use all of those different energy, the excitement, the positive things. We're not going to feel tired or exhausted. Those we'll leave aside. And so with all of our energy and our excitement and the love that we feel, the appreciation and gratitude for God's love for us and our love for God, Ahavat Olam, it's on the top of page 5. And the fourth graders are going to actually lead us in Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha avta Torah mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shokbeinu v'kumeinu Nasiach bechukecha ונשמח מברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה יומם ולילה ובדך תשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו Adonai Echad. Then together we chant, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu advarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi mitzavecha Hayom alevavecha Vishinantam levanecha V'dibarta bam V'shivdecha b'veitecha Uv'lechtecha b'derech Uv'shokbecha v'kumecha וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Okay, guys, have a seat.
As you're being seated, the English for the V'ahavta is to love the Lord your God with all your heart. So this thing about love is pretty important. And it says, with all your heart, with all your soul, and everything that you have, all that is yours. Because these words which I command you this day, you shall take them to your heart. You shall teach them over and over to your children. And speak of them at all times. Whether it's when you're sitting in your home, when you're away from your home, when you lie down, or when you rise up. And then you shall bind them as a sign upon your hand, as a symbol above your eyes, and inscribe them on the doorposts of your homes and on your gates. Now, when we say the Shema, the last word of the Shema is the word, what's the last word in this sentence, Shema? The last word is Echad. Now, some of you guys did it right, and that was you went Ahad, right? Yeah, do you know why we do that? Why? Tell me, okay, why? Excellent, and we want to emphasize, because what is the word, how do we emphasize? We only have one God with what word? Not good. Exactly. That's so great. You guys, yeah. Not what we're trying to say at all. What we're trying to say as well. Yeah. So just in case. So let me just point out to you. So if you look at the Dalet, here's the Dalet right here. right? Everybody see this? And there's a resh right there. And they're almost the same. The only thing is the dalet has a little, what we call a chuchi on the end. It's a technical term. So that's a little chuchi on the end. And so the dalet, to make sure we're saying echad, that God is one, there's only one God, there's nothing like that, and not acher, like we say, anyone or anything, or other, or multiple. And so you guys learn that very, very well. And that's why we say the Shema like that. And in some places, you know what? In some synagogue, in some prayer books, the dalet is made big. And you know what else is made big also? Yeah, okay. The shin is the first letter, that would be made big. And what else? The ayin at the end of Shema. Because then if you put the ayin, and why would the ayin be? What kind of sound does the ayin make? What sound does the ayin make? Well, actually, it's only if it has a vowel. Otherwise, it's silent. Right. And there's one other letter that's silent. What's the other letter that's silent? The other Hebrew letter that's silent would be Aleph. So listen to this. If we were to say it with an Aleph, instead of with an ayin, just as we don't want to say acher and not echad, if it was Aleph, it would be Shema, which means maybe. Maybe God is one. We don't want to say that. So therefore, the ayin is big in some prayer books, and the dalet is big in some prayer books. And guess what? If we put the ayin and the dalet together, it forms the word aid, which means a witness. And we Jewish people are witnesses. Not Jehovah's Witnesses, but we are witnesses. We're witnesses to God. We're witnesses to the world. We're witnesses to all the beautiful things that we know. So with that, we turn now to the top of page 6, which is Mi Chamocha.
Ya lai 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 la la lai ya la lai 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 ya lai 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 la la lai ya la lai 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 ya lai la lai 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 ya la lai 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 ya lai la lai 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 ya la lai 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 mi chamocha bailim Adonai mi kamocha nedar bakodesh norati lo to seifele norati lo o seifele ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 malechutecha ra'ovanecha bokeyayam libnei Moshe ze Eli anu ve'amru Adonai lo le'olam ונאמר כיפת אדוני יעקב וגאלו מחזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גיא ישראל השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך בלעדים ביתה טובה מלפניך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורץ סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל בעל ירושלים. And we rise for Vishamru. Vishamru B'nai Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברים. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויעמד דברי חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחיי כל וביומי ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב אמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעמיה. יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה בנחמתה, דמירם בעלמא, ואמרו Amen.
Now we come to the Amidah prayer, which we say silently and individually. You're welcome to read either the English personal Amidah, the Hebrew, or both, and or to add prayers within your heart. So on the top of the next page, there also is an English section as well. We take these moments now for our silent individual prayers.
Ananai svatai tivtach, Ananai ufi agid tehilatecha. shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. Kaddish Shalem, page 9. Yikara vikara sheme rabba. Ve'amadi v'rakrute ve'amning malchute b'chayikon ve'yamachon v'chayde kol beit Yisrael. V'galav zman kari ve'meru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevora. Le'alam ulam me'amaya. Yiparak. Yitparak v'shtabak v'bar v'jamam v'naseg. V'didavid alev v'dalav. Shemei l'kudusha. Leila min kovirkata v'shibrata, tishbikata v'lechamata v'ramyama v'meru. Amen. Tikabaso tokon v'adokon kol Yisrael. Kadam v'boni v'shmaya v'meru. Amen. Yehi shalom araba mishmaya. Echayim aleini v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. O say shalom b'imromav. Ya'aseh shalom aleini v'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Such a wonderful that. So, having you guys in our religious school wrote notes to maybe take to Israel, to the soldiers or to other kids in Israel. A bunch of you did. So guess what? I gave it to them. I gave them out to. We met with some soldiers, and I don't know who it was, but one of the soldiers got a real big kick out of one of the letters because it was addressed and it said, "Dear Army." And so I gave that. I couldn't give it to the whole army, so I gave it to one of the soldiers to pass around to others. And you made colorful drawings on it and all kinds of stuff like that. And some of them I gave to children. As well, because some of them were meant for kids, and maybe some of the younger ones in our younger grades. So it was very special. And what I wanted to tell you was while we were in Israel, we did a lot of different kinds of things. First of all, we celebrated Shabbat together in Jerusalem, which is always very special. It's also special to do it at the King David Hotel. There's something about that place. It has history to it and everything. And in addition to that, we had a beautiful Havdalah in Jerusalem as well. And then we went to the south to see some of the areas, and we visited some of the kibbutzim, a kibbutz which had been attacked on October 7th. You guys know about what happened, right, on October 7th? And so we wanted to try and bring some healing. And so you know what we did? We helped on an army base. And we were lifting, and we were schlepping, and we were doing all kinds of stuff. And then we were picking apricots in a field. And it was, you like apricots? I would have brought one back for you if I would have known. So they were so nice though, and everybody couldn't thank us enough because what they said was that we are one family, one people. It's one of the things I've always tried to share and teach you guys, and I hope you remember that lesson for all times. And that is that to be a Jew is to be a member of a Jewish people, and it's to be a part of a very big family. And so one of the things I want to talk about just briefly is in this week's Torah portion, it has some of the laws of keeping kosher. So kosher is, who can tell me, what is kosher? Kosher has to do with, yeah? Exactly. There's some foods that are not kosher, some foods are kosher, yeah?
It doesn't just qualify for food. If something's kosher, it basically means it's
Beautiful. Excellent. Wow, you guys really are learning this good stuff well, yeah? Yes, even the Torah has to be kosher. And certainly you don't eat a Torah, right? Right? And other things. So if something is good, something is correct, something is right, we say it's kosher, right? And then when something, the main meaning has to do with food. But let's just say, and sometimes parents, you may hear this, somebody will say something like, oh, it's not kosher. We're not necessarily talking about food, maybe we're talking about somebody doing something that they shouldn't do, right? We have any business people here? You know, sometimes you hear somebody is saying it's not kosher, right? And you know that what that's saying is it's not right. So what it means to be kosher is to be right. So part of what it is there are different aspects of keeping kosher. Who can tell me what is some of the rules of keeping kosher? What are things we eat or don't eat, or what do you think? Yeah. Also mezuzah, right, the way it's written, just like a Torah scroll, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the food stuff. So meat and dairy is a no-no. So for example, that would mean no milk like with a hamburger, right? What else can you not do then? No cheeseburgers, no veal parmesan, no pepperoni pizza. Okay, so those are all out. So one is milk and meat don't mix, okay? What else? Right, there's certain things we don't eat, such as shrimp and shellfish in general, and crabs and oysters, stuff like that, out. What is left then? What else is there? How about any particular animals we're not supposed to eat? Anyone in particular? What are you thinking? Pigs, exactly. Now, one of the reasons why we don't eat pigs, by the way, is because for an animal to be kosher, do you know what it has to have? Yeah? Right, for one thing, it has to be a clean animal, perfect. And the other thing is, it has to have split hooves, and a digestive system is a little bit complicated where it's called it chews its cud. It means it has a double digestive system. So here's the thing about the pigs. Guess what? A pig actually does have a split hoof, you know, in terms of its foot. So you might look at it and think, aha, that's kosher. But then it really isn't. So one of the things it teaches us is, it's not just what's important on the outside, but what's important on the inside. And when we have kosher laws and we try, and some of you may or may not keep kosher in different forms. There are a lot of ways to keep kosher, by the way. I contend that no two Jewish people keep kosher exactly the same way. And part of that has to do with the fact that maybe some people say, well, I keep kosher in my home, but not outside of the home, or I only buy kosher meat, but I don't have kosher dishes. Everybody, but the important thing is to try and do something. To try and do something, not just to say, oh, that's something from a long time ago, because there still are important reasons to keep kosher. So why might we want to try and keep kosher? Well, for one, it's something that links us to all the Jewish people came before us. Number two, if you keep kosher and you have a kosher home, that means a Jew who keeps kosher can eat in your house. And so then it's something you have in common, not just with the Jews who came before us, but nowadays as well. Number three, by keeping kosher, you know not everything in the world is permitted. There's certain things that we say, you know what, it's not kosher. And so we know that we can't eat it, and therefore there's certain things also we know we can't always do. It teaches us discipline. This is what Maimonides said. It teaches us limits. So that's a third reason. It's something that unites us with the Jewish people. And how about the fourth reason? A fourth reason, which would be, sometimes people think, well, because it's cleaner and stuff like that, or it's healthier. That may or may not be the case. But guess what? The real reason is because God gave us that commandment. And God asked us and told us and wanted us to be kosher. So as we think about all of these different things, just know there are a lot of ways you could do with it. And the super holiday of kashrut is coming up soon. And that would be the holiday of Passover. So on Passover, there's certain things we're allowed to have and certain things we don't have. And one of the things is that when we put it all together, we know that is something that unites us as a Jewish people. So the last thing I want to say is tying this all into what I said in Israel, not everybody keeps kosher, even in Israel, not all the Jewish people. But at the army, they say, we'll keep kosher so that everyone can eat something. If you're not kosher, it doesn't matter, you can eat it. And if you are kosher, you'll be able to eat it. But if it wasn't like that, then people who keep kosher couldn't. So with the war that's going on right now, there are restaurants that used to not be kosher. But they decided, you know what, we want to be able to let all of the soldiers eat. And so they made their whole restaurant kosher. You know, it told us about some of that, in fact, and people sent food. So one of the things I want to just say is that, again, it reminds us that we are all part of a big extended people, a big extended family, and how beautiful it is to know that we have that in common. So with that, we say Shabbat Shalom. Let me invite everyone to please rise, and we turn to page 10. And the top of page 10 is the Kiddush.
Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu v'shabbat kodsho v'yahava u'bratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maseh boreshit Ihu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher etziat mitzrayim kivanu bacharta viltanu kidasha mikoamim b'shabbat kodshecha Ve'ahava u'ratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
We remain standing and join together in the chanting of the Aleinu, the bottom half.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol La leotzer breshit Lo asanu gegoye haratzot Velo samanu kimishbechot hadama Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem Vegor aleinu veklecho hamonam Banachnu korim Umishtachavim umodim Libnei melech malchei hamlachim Hakadosh baruch hu Shehu notei shamayim veyosed haaretz Umosha bikaro b'shamayim iman Ushkinatu zo V'gofei meromim Hu Eloheinu einod Hem emagenu ebezulato Kagatu betorato Biadatayom Behashivota elevavecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim Bashamayim mimal Be'aretz mitachat Heinod Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai lo leolam ba'ed V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad
be seated. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the first Friday in the month of April, which means it's a door to door service, which means it's a cake pop service. And it also means that we invite our children who have a birthday in the month of April to come forward for a special birthday blessing. So who has a birthday and a little present as well? So whoever is an April kid, come on up. Yeah, okay. Here, sit right here, guys. Okay. So, April what day?
April 1st.
Oh, wow. My wife's birthday is April 1st. Cool.
22nd.
Yeah. 22nd. April 30th. April 7th. Okay. So, in the month of April, I always try and find a correlation between the Hebrew calendar and then the regular calendar. So, right now in the Hebrew calendar, you know what month we're in? We're in the month of Adar. And do you know what it says about Adar? From the moment the month of Adar begins, it says, Nichnas Simcha, that we are joyous and happy. So I'm going to tie that in and say, I bet your family was very happy when you guys were born. Am I right? Yeah. And that's why we say happy birthday. So it's a very special time. And so I hope that you have, just the whole month is happy for you, and the whole year as well. So I'm going to ask God's blessing for each and every one of you as we say, Yevorechecha Adonai v'yishmorecha. May the Lord bless you. May He watch over you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'kuneka. May the Lord let His countenance shine upon you. May He be gracious unto you. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may God grant you peace and happiness, fulfillment, and much, much joy like the month of Adar. We say amen. And now Moshe has something for you. Banner, of Solomon Dector, of Henry Foneroff, of Jack Fried, of Donna Handelman, Seymour Itzkovitz, of Sheldon Kress, Barry Levine, Hyman Linder, Muriel Perman, Moshe Reichbach, Benjamin Rosenthal, and Bernard Segerman. And we mourn the recent passing of Frank Burris Cockrell, of Jay Shattuck, and of Bryna Cohen. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of all of our loved ones be for a blessing. As we invite those individuals who are reciting Kaddish for a loved one to please rise as we magnify and sanctify their holy name, and so we pray. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba. V'yama tivrach kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach li'olam li'omei omaya. Yiporach v'ishtabach v'pa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha richu. Li'ela minko birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran b'yama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oser shalom bin romav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the heavens above cause peace to descend upon us, Israel, and all the world, and let us say amen. Let me offer and share a few special announcements with everybody. First of all, I want to thank our fourth graders, and as I said, especially Maura Linda for doing such an outstanding job with the kids and helping to teach them so much about our beautiful Jewish heritage and traditions. Please know that on Wednesday, April 10th, is when there will be a special dinner for residents of the Children's Inn, and parents and kids are invited to participate in helping to prepare and serve a meal. You can find out more at our website. On next Sunday, not this Sunday, the 7th, but next Sunday, the 14th, is our special Good Deeds Day. And so from 11 to 1. Everyone will have an opportunity to participate, parents and kids, in meaningful hands-on projects. And we ask you to, if you have used sports equipment that you like to bring, that you're not using, that you would like to donate, and we in turn will be turning it over to Level the Playing Field, a charity which helps to raise awareness by and by sending equipment to needy and to less fortunate schools and athletes and kids. Also, I just want to mention that there's a potluck B'nai Boomers dinner next Sunday night, the 14th. So after you help all day in Good Deeds Day, you can come to dinner. And this Sunday at 2:30, there is a march and a special rally to free the hostages. It will be assembling at the Washington Monument at 2:30 on Sunday, and we ask you to please come and join us to join those so that we may come out in full force to show that we are not forgotten the hostages. You know, we have a picture of someone who was taken hostage, who happens to be just coincidentally the friend of one of our members, and we think about them. There are over 134 who are still being held captivity. This week is day 108. This week we passed day 180, which means it's now been 6 months. And when we were in Israel, by the way, we went to Kikar HaChatufim, which is the square which is dedicated to honoring and remembering, and has special ways of doing all kinds of things, including there was a simulated tunnel that we went through to imagine what it must be like. So let us not forget that. Please come, bring your kids. It's important that we do things like this as a family, so we pass on truly what tonight is all about, and that is door to door, from generation to generation. Let us turn now in our prayer books as we join together in Adon Olam. It's on page 12, in the last page. Come on down. Okay, guys. All right, big finish.
Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, Hashem, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'yacharei Kiklot HaKol, Levado Yimlo Nora Adon Olam, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Ove, Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, Asher Malach B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Echad Ve'yein Sheni, Lehamshilo Lehachbira Adon Olam, Beli Reshit, Beli Tachlit, Belo Ha'oz Ve'hamizra Adon Olam, Asher Malach B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chevli V'yetzara Adon Olam, Ve'hu Nisi, Umanosli, V'nat Kosi V'yom Mekra Adon Olam, Asher Malach B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa, B'chefso Kol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Be'ya'ado Habki Ruchi, Be'yetishan Ve'ya'ira Adon Olam, Ve'im Ruchi Gebiati, Adonai li velo ira Adon Olam. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom Shabbat.